Do you want to find practical ways to improve your performance during the day and be able to sleep better at night? In this video, we will look at what are those practical things that you can do, first of all, to really improve your performance during the day, secondly, to be able to really sleep very well at night. And this video is following on from my last week's video, which was all about the 5 different ways sleep actually impacts your peak performance. So if you haven't watched that video, go ahead, look at that first, and then you'll have a better understanding of what we're discussing in this video today. If you haven't yet seen any of my videos, then let me introduce myself. My name is Beatrix Schmidt, and I'm a sleep coach and speaker from the sleepdeepmethod.com. I used to be an insomniac, so I know how it feels not to be able to get a good night's sleep. And what I do today is help professionals to be able to overcome insomnia and be able to perform during the day and build their life that way. So if you're interested in practical sleep and peak performance related tips and advice, I would suggest you hit the subscribe button below and come back each week for brand new videos on these topics. Let's get going and really start looking at those practical ways that you can improve your peak performance during the day and be able to improve your sleep at night as well. So the first area I covered in my previous video was physical health. So how can you improve your peak performance and your sleep through physical ways? Well, first of all, if you don't exercise, it's really great for your body to be able to do some sort of exercise. And this doesn't have to be going to the gym and sweating for hours. This could be simple exercises, simple stretches a couple of times a day. Really loosening up your muscles so you're not consistently tensing up all day long. And this really helps for you to be able to perform better, because when your body is more rested and more at ease, you'll be able to actually go through a lot more tasks and wrap them up much faster. And I think this is some of the things that I experienced in my life as well. And I think I'm sure you did as well. When you were more under pressure or stressed, often you find that you get more tired faster. So this is a great way for you to start actually improve your peak performance during the day, is through actually helping your body to be physically more healthy. Another way to do that is really looking at your eating and drinking habits. And this is something that I have covered in previous videos, so I'm not going to go into too much details, but you know really well when you've had a good amount of good food, you're going to have a better physical energy during the entire day. And the third way you can improve your physical peak performance is looking at your breathing. Often I actually train my clients to slow down their breathing so that actually they can really use all those muscles to be able to breathe properly, rather than really short breathing, which means that you're not actually taking enough oxygen into your body. The second part of last week's video was how sleep actually impacts your mental performance. So today I want to go through an exercise that I often do with my clients, because when you're not sleeping so well at night, of course your mental performance is not going to be that great. That's often goes hand in hand with either struggling with the insomnia for a longer period of time or a couple of nights of not so good sleep, is you suddenly develop what we would call brain fog, right? You're just not able to complete and focus on your tasks as much as when you really had a good night's sleep. So the first exercise is, first of all, learning how you can turn off your distractions. And why do I say learning? Because sometimes we actually have to, first of all, catch ourselves when we get distracted. You know, we're so used to having notifications, our phone coming all the time, and we're sometimes not even aware of the fact that we kind of choosing to leave the notifications on. So that's why it's step number 1, is taking away notifications and distractions as much as possible. The second part is really understanding what you can do within a certain period of time. And often this is what requires a bit of training yourself to be able to really get focused for a period of time. So what I would look at is looking at your entire week and what are the different things that you need to do, perhaps each and every single day or a particular day, so that you can start collating all the different tasks that you need to actually complete the entire week. And then you look at, which is the third part of the exercise, what you can achieve and complete within a 15-minute period of time, what you can complete with a 30-minute period of time, and then what you can actually really complete within a maximum of an hour, and how long you might have to allocate for some of those longer tasks. The reason I would suggest to look at the maximum of an hour is because if you haven't really been sleeping very well, being focused for an hour can take a lot of energy from you. And if you're not sleeping well at night, me asking you to focus for 90 minutes, 2 hours is probably going to be quite tricky for you. So look at all the tasks and put them into the different brackets. So what is a 15-minute long task? What is a 30-minute long task? And what is a task that takes you an hour? And you can then start building these building blocks into your diary. So you diarize things that might take you a short period of time. And this really, really helped my clients to get their peak performance to a whole new level, even at the beginning when they weren't yet sleeping so well. The third part of improving your peak performance and therefore your sleep at night is improving your emotional stability. And again, this is something I introduced in the last week's video when talking about the different ways sleep actually impacts our ability to be able to peak perform. So what can you do to actually improve your emotional stability during the day? Often when I work with clients who have struggled with insomnia for a period of time, what happens is at the end of the day, when their day has wrapped up and they're perhaps climbing into bed, that's when they actually reconnect with all those different emotions that they might have actually ignored during the day. So these could be frustration, this could be disappointment, this could be perhaps even self-punishment and thinking, I haven't really achieved that many things that I wanted to do during the day. These are all some of those emotions that I almost deal with every single day working with clients. So what can you do? One of the things I encourage my clients to do is actually be able to take the time out during the day. And this could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum. It doesn't have to be a long task. Take time out during the day and allow your emotions to be processed. So one of the things I suggest my clients to practice is a breathing exercise and just sit by themselves, or they could even sit at their desk to begin with and just feel those emotions and practice the breathing exercise. Because when you have nothing else to do, your brain does not have to process yet another task, guess what happens? You will start tapping into the emotions that might be troubling you. You start tapping into all those different things that you keep pushing away during the day. So sit by yourself, allow the emotions to be processed so that at the end of the day, they don't all come rushing back. And the breathing exercise is a great way for you to keep your stability in place. So that's where emotional stability comes together. This next part follows on really nicely from emotional stability and peak performance. And it is about how you can actually quiet your mind when you get into bed. And this is where we're moving into more of sort of the sleep part of this video and how you can improve your peak performance and be able to sleep really well at night. So what can you do to actually improve your ability to be able to quiet your mind, getting ready to sleep and switching off? And of course, when we talk about sleep, our body doesn't really switch off. It goes into a different state, but it doesn't completely switch off. A lot of the times what happens when we sleep is our body and our mind processing a lot of the things that actually happen during the day. So quieting the mind is a great way for you to transition from the day into the night and resting overnight. So what can you do? Often, if you're experiencing more negative emotions towards the end of the day, which is where it links to the previous section, you need to turn that around and really be able to say at the end of the day, you know what, I have done what I could today. And it's the end of the day and I'm ready to rest. I deserve my rest. So one of the things I do and ask my clients to do is at the end of the day, wrap up the day in terms of perhaps writing a journal. You might have heard of writing a gratitude list, which is kind of similar, but I keep it quite simple for my clients. So at the end of the day, I want you to write down 3 to 5 things that you're proud that you've done. you're glad that you have done. And this is not about being delusional. This is not about ignoring the negative. It's about, for example, okay, today it was a challenging day, but you know what? I did the best I could, and I started solving the problem. It might not have been solved completely, but you survived, and sometimes we don't actually give ourselves enough credit to say, you know what, it was a tricky day, but I did well. I did manage to come to some sort of a conclusion, and then I can carry on fixing the problem or solving the problem the next day. And I think just acknowledging how well you've done is going to be able to help you to improve this quietness in your mind and not perhaps self-punish yourself for perhaps making a mistake. We all make mistakes, but how much we're able to let go and then begin the task again or revisit the task the next day is really going to be able to help us to peak perform during the day. The last and final part of this video is how you can build your confidence. Because when we're confident, even about being able to sleep at night, we're going to be able to improve our peak performance during the day. And I see this again quite often with clients who have not had a great night's sleep for a long period of time. Their confidence in knowing that they're going to get good enough sleep has a lot of impact in how they're able to actually really perform during the day. So what can you do to actually really look at your confidence and building your confidence to be able to almost guarantee your performance during the day and also improve your sleep at night? Is taking the time to actually look at things that work for you. So some of the exercises I mentioned in this video might work really, really well for what you've got going on. And most of my clients have done really well with those exercises. But if you have done those exercises and you're looking for newer ones or something to add on to it, then go ahead and look for solutions that work with what you've got going on. You don't have to take all the advice that I give you, all the suggestions, all the tools and techniques. Go and find your own things, because that's one of the things that really helped me to overcome my insomnia. Is I didn't stop until I built the confidence in my ability to sleep. I built the tools and the techniques that worked for me. And this is where, sometimes when people ask me, so is your sleep perfect? My sleep isn't perfect either, but I know that I have a range of tools in my toolbox to be able to deal with whatever I've got going on, so that I can guarantee a pretty good night's sleep every single night. Maybe not perfect, but it's really good. And that means that I can peak perform during the day. Now that we've gone through all the different exercises that I use in my practice every single day almost, I want you to pick one of the exercises that you think relates to your situation the most and start practicing it. And that's not about practicing it for a day and then discarding it as it's not working. This takes time. Changing your behaviors, building a better skill of peak performance and a better skill of sleeping takes time. So pick the exercise that relates to you the most and give it at least a 30-day period. Practice it every single day and see how that exercise can actually really help you to boost your peak performance and be able to help you to sleep better at night as well. Please let me know in the comment box which one, because I would love to be able to support you with it. I know with my clients, accountability and really reaching out for support when things don't really work so well is so important. So reach out to me and let me know which one you're going to be practicing. Did you like this video? Hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and family. And if you need more support and help in either overcoming your insomnia or really being able to look at what can really help you to achieve peak performance during the day, reach out to me and I'm very happy to offer you a complimentary sleep coaching session that looks at this dynamic between sleep and peak performance during the day. So I can actually give you more clarity on what are the things you need to start doing to be able to sleep better at night and therefore be able to be much more productive during the day. So thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video next week.